Hi guys, welcome to my stream. Today I'm going to be working on this little oil painting which we started a long time ago, but I need to finish off some details. So specifically, I'd like to finish up the eyebrows. They're not exactly blended in properly. I want to add just a little bit more highlights to the blade and possibly parts of the skull and also Mr. Pumpkin. So hopefully once I have those done, I can add this print to my store, which would be hugely awesome because I've been looking forward to finishing this painting for a long time now. So, but I have all my paints over here, so I'm gonna have to move some. Normally I work on my easel, but for a small painting like this one, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to, you know, have it, it doesn't make a lot of sense to have it on the easel because it's so small, the easel doesn't really do much to help hold the painting, so, you know, it's not really worth it. So yeah, first things first, I need some white. So I need to mix up some paints first. I really need to get around to cleaning up my palette again because it's gotten so clogged up. I wonder what colors. I think I definitely used some magenta for the skin tone. But I feel like I probably also mixed in some yellows. So I need to find my yellow. One of the worst things about oil paint is they don't give us proper lids. Like, the lids always crack or become really strange. I feel like no brand I've ever have had good lids, so they could really work on that. Might actually use a little bit of glazing. Question is, where did I put it? Unfortunately, I'm completely out of linseed, so I'm gonna have to be very sparing with it. Because yeah, I've got literally none left. That's unfortunate, but I can go shopping sometime during the week and that should do. So at least I can work around it with some of my other mediums that I've got. Just try and mix some paint up first. And I know that glazing medium's not exactly what I should be mixing it with, but it's all I've got right now, so I'll have to make do. And I think that's very close to being the right color we need. So what I might do, because I can't exactly go over with the yellow, I do want to matte down the yellow a little bit, so I think I'm gonna do that. It's really, really hard to see in this lighting at times, with all the glare that my bright light does, but without it, I barely can see the artwork, so I really do need it. I feel like I really need a little bit of that grey look that we have in the hair as well. So I'll try and replicate that. Hi Jason, how are you doing? I'm not sure if that is actually that's not my glazing medium. I don't know where I left my glazing medium, to be honest. I'm just gonna go quickly clean out my jar and I will be right back. Alright, so can't keep this open for too long because it's really, really smelly. But this stuff is so helpful in my oil paintings, I cannot work without it. How's your artwork been going, Jason? I hope it's been well. Alright, let us see. So I cannot go over all the sections just yet, but I can definitely add some white highlights and things. Hopefully the blade now looks just a little bit more shiny. Alright, so I'm gonna give the skeleton a couple more highlights to his face as well. It is so much easier doing this with glazing medium after the fact than during the painting because I don't muck up the layers that are underneath. That's what I love about glazing medium. It's so convenient. At least now he's just got a little bit more dimension to him. And he looks like he's glowing, which is really awesome. So I'm gonna try and do the same with the pumpkin. We'll see what it does. Dimension it, exactly, yeah. I really love these three characters. They're so, I don't know, like they're just meant to be friends. When they made them, they seem to work, you know. Most of all, I want to highlight the top of the pumpkin's head. Because I want this area to be nice and prominent. Alright, so they look a lot better now, a lot more highlighted. Really happy with that. I'm not too sure what I want to do with the tie of the pumpkin. I feel like he may need some orange, so I'll probably get my other red. Need some cadmium red for that, otherwise I'm gonna get too pink. So I think I'm gonna give him some orange stripes on his tie. Alright, that's probably a good colour. So I'm going to use glazing medium as well, so I don't alter the gradients I have underneath. Alright, so I'm going to start, I reckon, in the first one. It's probably a tad too yellow, so I'm gonna go more red. I don't want it to be too prominent, so a nice dull colour is exactly what I'm looking for. Tim Burton is taking notes. I don't know, Tim Burton is amazing. I don't think he needs to take notes. But I'd be honoured if he did. I'm really excited for his new series by about Wednesday Addams, actually, but apparently it doesn't come out till fall 2022, which is a long way to go. But I'm very excited because pretty much everything he makes, I love. Alright, so I want to work in some green as well. So hopefully a little bit of glazing medium for that. And I just need it to be a tiny bit darker. So. And that is probably slightly too dark. It really is a tricky mix to get the color just right. How am I? You keep losing me, so if I said anything to you, you missed it. Right, I think all I said was I'd be honored if Tim Burton did want to take notes of my work because I'm a huge fan of his, and I'm really looking forward to the new series he's working on about Wednesday Addams. Hopefully that'll be, very up to standard with the rest of his stuff, but I have high expectations because, it's Tim Burton. He never disappoints, so I am sure no matter what, I'm going to love it. You love the skeleton guy. Thanks, Hell Mockery. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Alright, so we have the tie done. I'm really, really happy with the tie. I also like how the stripes kind of resemble the skeleton's ribs on the other side. So really happy about that repetition that I achieved. Pretty good, had a good weekend, and you just got home from work. How am I doing? Well, I'm glad you're home from work and able to relax now. I'm doing really well. I had an awesome weekend. I had delicious food, we had some blueberry and pancakes, and I watched Loki with my boyfriend, which was super awesome. I'm up to the second episode now, which so far I've loved every one of them. And I think I'm up to the second or third. I think it's second. But yeah, I've really been loving watching that. And yeah, played some video games. So I had a really, really awesome weekend. I reckon one of the problems with her at the moment is one of the eyebrows, one on the right, starts a lot lower than the one on the left. And it's kind of making her seem asymmetrical, which is not what we want. You're waiting until the end of July to watch Loki. How come? Aren't you afraid of spoilers? You want to watch it all at once, you'll take the risk. I do understand that. I usually prefer watching things that way because then you don't have to be stuck on like a cliffhanger, you know? It's in some ways it's just so much better. So I completely get that. You have a week off at the end of July, so you will wait. Well, that sounds really awesome. I am sure you're gonna enjoy when you do get around to watching it. It is hilarious, I assure you. I won't give away any spoilers, but it is hilarious. And I love, what's that guy? Owen Wilson. I love they put Owen Wilson in the movie. It is amazing. He is such a hilarious actor. So I do feel like the eyebrows have definitely improved. I'm not entirely sure if I'm completely happy with them just yet, but they've definitely come a long way, so. I'm just trying to push back and push forward certain areas of her eyebrows at the moment to hopefully make it look more convincing. And this is one area where I really like to work wet on wet because, I don't know, it gives me a lot better blending than anything else does. When I work on dry, I don't know, it just doesn't give me the same soft blend. Hello Dover, how are you? Zazu is being so cute outside right now. Dancing around. He's always so happy. For some reason, I keep going off the frame today. I'm just gonna have a quick look at the original one that I had because I feel like her face is slightly steering off course. Something to do with her eyebrows. I'm sure I posted a picture of her before. Hang on, I've got it in my gallery, so I can have a look there. You've been good? How's everyone's weekend been? I had a really wonderful weekend, Dover. I spent it eating blueberry pancakes. I went and watched Loki with my boyfriend, and I also really enjoyed playing some video games with my brother. So, yeah, had a lovely weekend. I feel like we're getting back on track with the eyebrows. They're not that easy when I'm trying to do a very different expression on her. Blueberry pancakes are the best. I know. I know. I really, really enjoy them. Alright, so I need to break down the middle bit a little more because it's just getting too much. Beautiful thing about oil paint is how easily you can mix on the spot, and I really, really love that. Animated emotes should be available to me by the end of this year. Have I picked or thought about any so far? I actually have started thinking about some, yeah. So I've already animated some for Discord, but then I realized you need Nitro. Like you need to boost your server with Nitro in order to have emotes on Discord. So I couldn't activate them, but they're available once I can get Nitro. So that's always an option. But probably I'll start off by just putting a couple of those on my Twitch as well. And then hopefully once I can actually get around to properly animating some, I might do that. So if I have some time, I might do some animation on stream and see how we go. Because that could also be fun. And my name is Norlax. You want to be a fan now? It looks amazing. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Whereabouts are you from? You like how I put in so many details on such a small piece of canvas. Thank you. Yeah, this is like about my hand size. I think it's my smallest oil piece ever. Like most of my oil pieces are usually A4 or larger. So this one is definitely on the smaller side, but it was a lot quicker to do, I will say that. So I'm going to see if with some glazing medium, I can make some small adjustments to the face. Because there's just a couple areas here that are slightly streaky, so I'd like to try and minimize that. Yeah, I'm definitely much happier with how her eyebrows turned out currently. I feel like they're looking much, much better. I like to go in with a very small brush, but I'm not sure if I have one that's going to add enough detail for me, so let's see. I definitely need to go shopping and get me some more art supplies because a lot of these things are going to be so much easier if I have a proper brush that's small enough to actually fit in, you know? Alright, so I don't know, what else can I work on that needs to be done? Because I feel like the eyebrows are pretty much there. They don't need too much more work, but I can't exactly do much with this layer still, because this layer is as far as I can go before the paint's gonna start just messing around in a not so useful way. Alright, I'm going to make a quick break. It's going well, Shaking Tugboat. I will be right back. Give me 1 second. Um... Is it the brushes or paint, or is it both? It's mostly the brushes. So because I'm working really small, I just unfortunately cannot, you know, get the amount of detail in that I usually do. So it's really the brushes. Shaking Tugboat, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. How's everyone's night going? Well, here it's daytime, so my day's been going really well. It's unfortunately freezing here, so I really envy you guys with all the nice weather. Contemplating staying up longer or sleeping. Well, do you have work tomorrow or do you not? Because if you don't, you know, it's definitely fair if you just want to stay up and enjoy yourself. But if you have work, you probably need to get some rest. Don't want to be too tired the next day. Looks incredible, by the way. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Stay awake, sleep is for the dead. Wow. You'll be dead if you don't sleep as well. You're from Canada, so what is freezing? Well, it's not going to be freezing for you because, yeah, Canadians laugh at the temperatures we get. But yeah, it's about 5 to 15 degrees Celsius during the day, which is, to me, very freezing. So I'm gonna actually add in more green to his neck. And then hopefully we can give it a little bit more shadow as well. This kind of lost all its green, you know? There we go. So I might do a little green highlight on there. It is so hard to get the level of detail that I normally do in my larger paintings, just because my brush is really too large. 5 to 15, yeah, that. It's 15 here and you're all cooking. What do you mean you're all cooking at 15 degrees? That's like nothing. We don't even boil when it's like 30s. So I'm gonna add just a bit more green to the top area as well. There we go. Now that you somehow like what? No bugs for 4 to 5 months. It's nice. Because of the cold weather? That's true. I guess that's kind of nice, but I don't mind bugs too much. They don't really bother me. I think she is almost done. I'm very happy with the eyebrows. I feel like they've come close to what I originally had, and that works really well. Might just soften up a little bit of the top section of the left-hand side. The bugs never bothered me anyway, like Frozen but with bugs. You apologize for that. That's alright. That's alright. I can't say that I've really watched Frozen, so I wouldn't get the reference. I guess you're meaning the cold doesn't get to me anyways. I guess it's from that. But yeah, the cold does get to me. Bugs don't. So I would much rather have bugs than cold, if I could choose. Sadly, we don't get much choice for these things. Well, I think we have definitely made a lot more progress than I expected today. I wasn't imagining getting this far. So whereabouts? You're from Canada again, right? Shaking boat? Or did I get that wrong? Doesn't the whole American continent like have a massive heat wave right now? Seems that way because everyone's complaining about the heat and stuff. So I figured you guys were having a bit of a heat wave. I want to make sure her forehead is nice and glowy. Because I really want this to be seeming like she's a deer in headlights, you know? Like the light is definitely shining from the front. I'm gonna add a little bit more on her cheeks as well. A slight change in those eyebrows changes so much in the expression or emotion. I know, right? It's ridiculous. You've got to be so careful when you're working with it. Because anything can happen. I'm still not entirely happy with them. I feel like I'll definitely make some small adjustments as I go, but they've definitely been improving, which is great. Kishnobi, thank you so much for the 50 bits. Really appreciate that. You're always so supportive. Thank you. How are you going? So yeah, making a lot more progress on her. I'm very, very happy. I feel like I need to, because I've now lightened up certain areas, I just want to slightly make those beautiful highlights stand out again. Because in comparison to everything else, they are now being a little bit more hidden. That's much better. But how's your weekend been, Kishnobi? I don't know if I'm entirely happy with her eyebrows just yet, or maybe I'll make some small adjustments later. I don't know. But she definitely is looking good. Need for Steve, thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate that. Could we please have a shout out for Steve? That would be awesome. Really Dad Kid, hello, how are you doing? This is a cute painting, thank you. Yeah, it's called Freaky Friends, and the painting is about this girl who made two friends during Halloween, and basically, you know, they've just become the best of friends, but she realizes that they may have some creepy intentions as well, which is why she's a little bit freaked out. Guys, if you could please give Steve a follow. He's an amazing artist, got some awesome work on his streams. You've got to give him a follow. You got to jump out and watch some Rick and Morty. Sounds awesome. Well, you have a nice session watching them. Thank you so much for sending your family our way. It did work, Dover. I think, well, it did work on the overlay. How come that didn't work in the chat? That is really weird. This is your favorite painting you have seen of me so far. Well, thank you. Hopefully it can be done soon. I'm finalizing the last details today, so it should be good to go after this painting session. Because the only thing I had left was, you know, coloring a couple of details, and then realistically, I'm about to put some glazing medium over everything. So, yeah. Not too far to go. I feel like I've gone way too yellow now, and I need to tone that down. Good night, Steve. I hope you have a good time. I always take great care of your friends. They are in good hands. Well, thank you. It's 10:30 p.m. there. Okay. 11:37 at yours. Your weekend has been super busy. First big gathering for you in a long time because COVID. You saw some friends you haven't seen in 8 months. That is awesome. Did you enjoy the time, or was it a bit overwhelming getting back together again? We haven't actually had a lot of those problems here in Adelaide because we've been lucky enough, for the most part, to avoid COVID. So, you know, most of the time we've been able to still keep seeing each other and stuff like that. So it hasn't really been the worst for us. But I know around the world, not everybody has been so lucky. And major lockdowns can be so rough. Most of us are from West Coast or Mountain Time. You're in Central. It's past 12:30 here. Yeah, it always gets super late for you, Dover, but I am actually attempting to make the streams a little bit earlier again, so hopefully it should be less rough on you. But you don't sleep, so I don't know how you cope. Alright, so I don't know. I feel like at this point there's not a whole lot we can keep doing. You know, her eyebrows are pretty much there. I'm very happy with the color. It's, you know, it's improved a whole lot. So maybe a couple of highlights on her fringe I can do. We'll see how that goes. I feel like that's pretty much all we can do at this point because the paint is completely wet, so I need to wait before I can do any more layers, and well, there's not a whole lot left to do. So I reckon we might be able to raid somebody today. That would be super awesome. I mean, we could either raid, because I don't really have any other artwork planned for the day, So I reckon raiding is probably our best option. And hopefully tomorrow I'm going to do a brand new drawing. I have no idea what I'll do yet, but I will plan it over tonight and figure out what we can work on. So let me see who is doing something similar that we can raid. Let me have a look. How about, would you guys like to raid Nagasaki? We actually haven't ever raided her before, and she's working on, I think, a watercolor painting. So that could be awesome if we could raid her. Oh, thank you so much. Time is over. You just got here. I'm sorry, Kishinobi. Well, I had actually thought of doing like a quick sketch, so you know. I just don't have anything planned for the day, which is probably the biggest issue, you know. What we could do is, if you guys really do want to have a bit longer stream, is I can actually do a small sketch that I've wanted to do for Queen Melisandre's birthday. So I told you guys, if you would like to have birthday surprises, then you can sign up to the birthday channel, the birthday roll on my Discord. So if you go to the welcome channel on my Discord and sign up to the birthday roll and enter your birthday, then some of us might do a surprise drawing for you, or just a birthday drawing. So we've only just started it, but Queen Melisandre's birthday was last week, so I've really been wanting to do a little snake sketch for her because she has a pet snake. So we could do a quick sketch before I go, and then that way some of you guys can stay on stream for a little bit longer. So I will do that. I'm not going to do a very big one because we won't have time, but I will fit in a quick small sketch. So I am just going to quickly... Wait, what? What are you whatting about?